Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the Managing Director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing a devilish plan regarding taxes in Thailand. What are we talking about here? I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Pattaya Mail, that's pattayamail.com. Article is titled, Visa Policies Threaten Soft Power Hippos, Gay Marriage and Gambling. Interesting, kind of eclectic article. I urge those who are watching this video, go check that out. We're going to quote this one section regarding tax. Quoting directly, not to mention the policy to tax some overseas income transmitted to Thailand since January 2024 and the devilish plan, which requires a change in the law, to tax worldwide income from next year, whether transmitted or not. The current panic and confusion about taxation for residents living here for 180 days or more in a calendar year is arguably without precedent in Thai immigration history. Soft power is always at serious risk when bad news is the headline talking point. Yeah, good point. You know, Thailand is quite, I hesitate to say obsessed, but enamored with the notion of soft power, and rightly so. Thailand kind of embodies in many ways soft power. The food, the culture, the tradition, the music, including the people. Many people come here and they just find a person that they either fall in love with or they just make friends with. You know, so again, soft power, Thailand doesn't lack soft power. You know, meanwhile, the notion that this is a devilish plan, I gotta say I disagree with that. In fact, the problem I think we have here is that nobody has a plan. It's just folks end up, you know, for example, government people will end up saying something, sometimes sort of spontaneously or off the cuff, or maybe they're saying something because they're conveying a policy that their particular agency wants to pursue, but it may not be a policy that the overall government is looking to pursue. And that can cause confusion and consternation within the expat community, and I completely understand why. That said, I don't think it's prudent to presume you're going to see a great deal of clarification coming from any authorities, especially the tax authorities, as that's just simply not exactly what they do. Tax authorities like things to be at least somewhat opaque because they want to maintain their ability to tax you. So, you know, at the end of the day, that's why they kind of do that. They don't mind their own rules being somewhat obfuscated, albeit not intentionally, but just, you know, they don't necessarily go out of their way to clarify things because, you know, they want to leave open the possibility that, you know, under certain circumstances where they need to apply the law a certain way, they will do so in order to garner tax money. And this is why I constantly get so upset about people being on the internet handing out one-size-fits-all advice regarding tax for foreigners here in Thailand, as that's simply not the way that the system works. So the thing to take away from this video is there a devilish plan to change Thai tax law? I'm not so sure. I think more than anything, this is a byproduct of Thailand looking at joining the OECD, and there may be, you know, they're kind of taking initial measures to align their rules with the OECD. Whether or not that ultimately comes to pass, their membership in OECD remains to be seen. As discussed in prior videos, it's a 5-year process. And look, I've seen similar circumstances with the TPP versus the RCEP system that we saw that was a trade issue some years back. I think I commented on it a little bit on this channel, but that was so long ago that we were just getting started. But that said, again, it reminds me a lot of that, and Thailand's just going to kind of pursue her own interests. Whether or not she joins OECD remains to be seen, and therefore I think it remains to be seen whether or not Thailand will fundamentally change her laws regarding tax. But as of yet, we've yet to see any change with regard to Thai tax law here in the Kingdom of Thailand.